What's up, everybody? Solomon here. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic Thursday. First and foremost, if you see any scam ads on this video, please do not participate in those. I wanted to hop right into this. A couple of things, and this video is certainly going to be a little bit different. I'm going to present something that is really kind of out there in left field, but it's one of these things that we've been trying to find on the Patreon as far as digital assets, certain projects that deal in NFTs that may have utility as well. All right, so first, Japan's SBI adds XRP to cryptocurrency lending service. We all know this is obviously huge. SBI Japan is a behemoth. Yoshitaka Kitao is a gigantic advocate for what Ripple is doing and for XRP utility as well. So this announcement today, and I'm sure that this has been all over YouTube, a subsidiary of Japan-based financial services company SBI Holdings now says Thursday it will allow customers to lend the XRP cryptocurrency in return for interest. Now, the minimum loan amount is 1,000 XRP, around $389 at the time of writing. Maximum is 100,000 XRP, around $38,900. Interest is being described as a usage fee, is fairly meager at 0.1% per annual per year, including tax. Crypto lending service, which we all know as SBI VC Trade, launched in November 2020, allowing users to loan Bitcoin at 1% interest. SBI VC Trade launched in 2018, focused initially on trading of XRP. Now, the business relationship that SBI obviously has with Ripple, I think that we all know about. But this is gigantic news, in my opinion. We do know that initially SBI had stated that they would support Bitcoin, later Ethereum, later XRP. Well, now we have XRP, so it's fantastic. I saw this as well. This is just big picture type stuff, and then I'm going to hop into XRP price a little bit here. PayPal announced its gigantic Bitcoin plan in 2021. This is, Visa basically released a report in Q4 of 2020 stating that obviously performance of the company, explanations made regarding crypto assets as well, and Visa was stating that they want to spread their cryptocurrency service, which launched in 2020, to the entire world during 2021. Now, PayPal, as we know, is now offering limited trading services, but it's not really a custody. You can't send assets off of the PayPal platform, which I'm not a huge fan of. At least in my understanding, still you can't do that. But PayPal wants to expand to 29 million businesses, essentially. And essentially being able to use crypto coins, digital assets, as a source of funds for people who shop at those businesses. We know how big PayPal is. We know how big something like Venmo is too, but PayPal is still pretty giant. We have seen a pretty decent pump in XRP, which is really, really nice. And we were obviously sitting down in the mid to somewhat higher 30s. We're up at 45 cents right now. And we talked about this. I talked about this a couple of days ago. You start to see these EMAs cross. There's the daily right there. And the weekly essentially just did a sharp stop and reverse because I was thinking that we were in for some trouble here. But like we said a couple days ago, obviously, we're going to be battling, in my opinion, this level again here. I would imagine 78 cents, 77, somewhere in the 70s. If we go higher, I would imagine that we potentially have issues with these levels. If we break past them, then we've essentially broken past something that's been holding us down for over 2 years at this point in time. So I am interested to see what happens with XRP. All right, last but not least, I'm trying to keep these videos a little bit shorter. This is Bondly. This is something that I presented on Patreon probably mid-January at the latest. And I think on Patreon right around 7 or 8 cents. All right, anyways. This is one of those Polkadot ecosystem projects. I've been very much so. I've noticed recently, and especially probably since the very beginning of December, there's these little ecosystems that seem to do really, really well. All the coins in these little ecosystems seem to pump similarly. There's the Alliance Block one, which you guys have heard me talk about, did a 15x. But Alliance Block is also tied in with Ramp, tied in with a few other digital asset groups as well, which I tend to look into a little bit more so than not. Bondly is in the Polkadot ecosystem. We got into this one, and this deals very much so in Polka Pets, but Bondly has Bond Swap, which is a really, really interesting platform as well. And I just suggest looking into things like these. Okay, so this is Bondly's first core product, Bond Swap. 2021 rolls in, excited to announce, and I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever. I'm just trying to present different options for you guys. I will say as a caveat to all of this, the Uniswap, the Ether gas fees to buy into something, depending on what day you're doing it, are astronomically ridiculous. So you have to really try to vet things out. Luckily, we've been really lucky on the stuff that I posted on Patreon. If people choose to invest, I'm not trying to give people financial advice. I'm trying to present different options where almost everything is at least 2x to the point where you get into like 4 or 5x of digital assets. So it's obviously worth it if you get in and something like that happens, but extremely risky. This is Bond Swap though. And Bond Swap is, simplifying the escrow process for digital or physical goods, all powered by DeFi. You can look into who Bondly's tied in with. They're tied in with many other ecosystem players who have been doing very well. And this is like completely different than anything that I would have ever gotten into 6 months, 7 months ago. We all know about the Ethereum kitties, all that crap, the Ether kitties and that stuff, right? This is a little bit different in my opinion because it's not just a collectible. These are polka pets. I've actually taken part in this. If you would have asked me 10 years ago, would I be buying polka pets in 2021? I would have said certainly not. If you would have asked me 2 years ago, certainly not. A year ago, no. But these essentially, so the first 3 that were announced on this, one was Moonbeam, one was Darwinia, one was Bondly. And these are all tied in with the Polkadot ecosystem. What's interesting to me is that you see, this is this Logan Paul dude, I guess. He's got 4 million followers on YouTube. They just announced that he essentially is releasing a collection on this Bondly platform, I think 2 days ago. And if we look at Bondly's price, obviously it's reflected. It's went pretty much parabolic up to 32 cents. But it's still ranked super, 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 super low. A lot of really good volume, and they have some really good partners too. What really interested me about these polka pet type things, and this sounds crazy, I understand. I don't really care. It's my video, I'll do it. I'm not affiliated with them, I'm just presenting stuff to you guys. Initially, when I read about this, because I have been very much so paying attention to the Polkadot ecosystem, I read that these NFTs, which are essentially like Pokemon cards, but digital NFTs, would have actual utility as well. And if you read into what these NFTs actually do, so this is Bondly's Polka Pet, right? You essentially get airdrops from a ton of their partners. Bonus airdrop of partner tokens from Bondly's NFT Launchpad, Bridge, Kylan, and more. If you're not aware, Ferrum Network, and I know another dude tagged me into it today, was an incubator and did the initial decentralized exchange offering of Bondly, and I think pools as well, which we posted to Patreon a while ago. Bridge, Kylan, Bridge Mutual has done really well, I think, over the past couple days. NFT staking rewards, next gen Polka Pets Evolution lottery entry for blah, blah, blah. But you also, in this game, you essentially can, I'm not really a Pokemon guy. You can play this game and it's essentially like, I don't know if it's going to be like a liquidity mining type thing or you earn rewards from playing it. So this Darwinia Moonbeam is gigantic in Polkadot if you take a look into Moonbeam and who they're partnered with. And yeah, so this is Polka Pets. They have first edition ones. If you go to OpenSea, let me see if it's on here. All right, so all of these first edition ones, like 4 days ago, were 0.15 Ether. This Bondly one is now 0.28 Ether. The Moonbeam one is 0.34 Ether. I think the Darwinia one is still at selling price. Yeah, 0.15 Ether. I'm just trying to present different stuff to you guys, so it is what it is. If you don't want to take a look at it, certainly don't. This is the announcement. Logan Paul, one of the biggest names on YouTube, has partnered up with Bondly Finance. We'll be releasing limited edition NFTs for his next Pokemon box break. Will Logan's 22 million subscriber base push NFTs mainstream? So obviously Bondly has went up in price. 734 likes on that post. This is the video. I'm not like it is what it is, this guy's personality, but it's fantastic for adoption for some of these things, in my opinion. They're partnered with, I'll go to Bondly's website real quick, and then I'll end this video real quick. Bondly.finance. and they're tied in with quite a bit. Ethereum, Tron, Cardano, Kusama, Darwinia, DOS Network. These are in development or adaptations to Bondly's platform. Q1, Q2 is Kusama, which is essentially the test chain for Polkadot. Now, I have to show, the next video I do, I'll show the dude that does essentially comparing DOT's rise starting from August of last year to now to Ethereum's rise in August of 2015 to January 2016, and it's like eerily similar. Future is Cardano, Cody, others, etc., etc. Let me see if there's... You have to dive a little bit more to get into their ecosystem. So I think these are team members, previous experiences here. But yeah, I mean, I suggest checking out all of this Polkadot ecosystem type stuff. That's what I've personally been doing, and some of them have really panned out well. Similarly to the Polkadot ecosystem, there's another ecosystem with like Alliance Block and some of those members, which has done really well too. If you can find these niche little ecosystems and try to catch them before they take off and they integrate and they have decent use cases, you'll certainly get a couple of losers in there as far as price evaluations are concerned and rises in price. But if you can catch them beforehand, I mean, that's pretty much how I've been a little bit successful with some of the calls on the Patreon over the past couple of months. I've tried to find these ecosystem coins. Once you find one, you start kind of going through the rabbit hole a little bit and finding these other ones and who they're tied in with as well. It's really fascinating. Again, if you want to check out any of this, I am not advocating to go buy a Polka Pet. But I am saying that NFTs with utility, potentially either via airdrops or whatever that NFT will allow you to gain access to, may become of value in the future. I think that Polka Pets has 20 Polkadot ecosystem projects that are going to be released. And right now we have only gotten 3, Darwinia, Bondly, and Moonbeam. And I certainly suggest looking into Moonbeam. So... all right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. SBI VC trade and lending of XRP is gigantic in my opinion. And PayPal expanding out to multiple merchants is also fantastic. It's just, this is the way that it goes. This is where we're going. So be careful out there. I mean, we're looking at XRP price right now. Like I said, I am looking for a break of this trend line. I would imagine that we get some more resistance right around that 70 cents level if we raise to that level. But yeah, we had a little bit of a shift there in sentiment. So do I want to sit there and say that that pump and hold group was a fail at this point? I don't know, because we saw the price rise that happened right before that. Maybe that was the catalyst that XRP needed. So I'm not a fan of these coordinated pump and dump groups, but that coordinated buy-in right prior to that may have caused this rise. So I don't know. It is what it is. We're going to watch it. And God, I think we all in the XRP community are ready for this price to go up. And start attacking these levels, start breaking past $1, start breaking past and getting close to all-time highs. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will talk to you when I talk to you later.